Ecocert Canada must perform numerous activities before an organic certificate can be issued. The customer service team, certification officers, and on-site verification agents are all involved in this process. How long does it take to get certified? There are certain requirements in the regulation that impact the time it takes to obtain certification. The soil where you plan to grow organic crops must be free of pesticides and unauthorized inputs for at least 36 months before certification can be granted. For livestock, the conversion time depends on the type of animal. The delay to achieve certification can therefore vary from a few months to a year. Each production type has its own standards, and the applicant must comply to these standards in order to obtain organic certification. To learn more, refer to the learning module specific to your activities. It's best to register as early as possible. The organic standard requires that crops and maple syrup producers register at least 15 months before their first organic sales. Make sure to contact Ecocert Canada as soon as you start your transition to organic farming. The 15-month pre-certification time will begin on the day you send in your initial application for certification. For example, a registration form received on May 1st, 2019 means certification of your crops will be possible in August 2020. What happens once I register? The documents you provide will be reviewed, and Ecocert Canada will inform you if anything is missing, if changes are necessary, or to let you know that the file is complete and is passed on to the on-site evaluation team. The on-site evaluation allows Ecocert Canada to verify that your activities meet the criteria of the organic standard. The evaluator will make an appointment sometime during the production season. The visit can be early or late in the season, depending on what needs to be observed. There will be a visit every year. Note that 2 separate visits, with a 12-month interval between them, are necessary in the following cases: field crops, greenhouse crops grown in direct soil, and maple and birch products. If you grow your livestock feed, including pasture, 2 visits are also required. Once the on-site evaluation is complete, the certification officers will analyze the results and they will make a decision. The decision can be positive, meaning everything is compliant and the certificate is issued. Negative, some practices are not compliant to the standard and thus certification is not possible. Or pending, in which case you must demonstrate that you have corrected any non-compliances. When non-compliances are identified, a 30-day period is granted for you to present an action plan, which will allow the situation to be corrected within 90 days following the decision. The certificate is only issued once everything is compliant. For example, the evaluation report mentions an incomplete recording system. Your decision letter will indicate that a corrective action plan is required. Upon receipt of the missing information and an updated and improved record, we will consider the situation managed. The certification officer will then issue the certificate. During the next visit, the evaluator will make sure that you keep using the new record. As a second example, the evaluation report mentions that a piece of equipment represents a risk to the integrity of the organic production. The decision letter will then ask for an action plan. Let's say your action plan is to install a new piece of equipment in the coming month, which would be compliant to the standard. Once we receive the purchase and installation invoices for the new equipment, we will consider the situation to be managed and can issue the certificate. During the next visit, the evaluator will have a look at the equipment to confirm that it is now fully compliant. The request for certification must be made every year. As a result, Ecocert Canada will send the renewal documentation to update your file.